Joe Flacco walked into training camp this season expecting competition, but even he may not have anticipated the surge of momentum coming from the rookie quarterback standing behind him on the depth chart. Shedeur Sanders, son of Hall of Famer Deion Sanders and one of the most talked about prospects of the offseason, is making a serious impression in Cleveland, and people inside the organization are beginning to take notice. The narrative at the start of camp was simple. Flacco would provide leadership and experience, helping to bridge the gap while younger quarterbacks learn the system and developed. But Shedeur Sanders clearly has other plans. Since stepping onto the field, he's been laser-focused, well-prepared, and consistently sharp. In fact, his early performances have sparked genuine conversations among Browns, analysts, and insiders. Is Shedeur Sanders pushing Joe Flacco for the starting role? He handled blitz packages well, made quick decisions, and displayed pocket awareness that looked like it came from a much more seasoned quarterback. Coaches praised his touch and timing. It wasn't just a lucky play, it was the kind of read he's mentoring the younger quarterbacks, leading by example and doing what's asked of him. But what's happening now isn't about Flacco slipping, it's about Shedeur rising. Offensive coordinator Alex Van Pelt mentioned Shedeur's football IQ and natural leadership in a recent interview. Head coach Kevin Stefanski has talked about the great problem to have when you've got multiple quarterbacks playing well. An execution that coaches trust. It's the kind of throw that changes minds. And Shedeur seems to be earning it every single day. He's seen rookies come and go, and he's also seen what it looks like when a young guy is the real deal. He's already got a built-in following from college, and his connection to Dijon adds another layer of attention. He was brought in for stability, but now he's at risk of becoming a player. It's a tough spot for any veteran, but Flacco has been here before. He's the same guy who once watched a young Lamar Jackson take over in Baltimore. This isn't new territory, but it's not just about hype anymore. The kid is backing it up with on-field production. If Shedeur keeps playing like this through the preseason games, they may have no choice but to give him more reps with the starters. And he's definitely feeling the heat. That means real snaps with the first-team offense, live game reps, and eventually, perhaps even the starting job. If Sanders continues to outperform expectations, the team might have to consider inserting him into real game action sooner than planned. Shedeur's not just fighting for a spot, he is fighting for the chance to redefine the Browns' identity. Flacco isn't just going to hand over the role, he's too competitive for that. And the coaches aren't going to rush a rookie if they're not fully convinced. But every day that Shedeur shows up and outperforms expectations is one step closer to a decision the Browns will eventually have to make. Whether that means starting week 1 or easing him in as the season progresses, the conversation has clearly shifted. This isn't just about one player, this is about a team looking for a spark, a leader, a future. And Shedeur Sanders is making a strong case that he might be all three. Not in a disrespectful way toward Flacco, but in the way players respond when someone's talent is obvious. Receivers are requesting reps with him, linemen are praising his cadence and command at the line. Even defensive players have acknowledged how tough he is to rattle. Reports suggest he's aware of the pressure, but he's also handling it with class. He knows competition is part of the job. Do you stick with the safe, experienced choice in Flacco, or do you embrace the future and ride the wave of momentum building behind Sanders? Fans are already split. Some believe Shedeur should be eased in, while others think his performance justifies a faster track. His confidence is rising, but it's not cocky as it's quiet, calculated, and rooted in preparation. Reports from training camp have been consistent. Shedeur has been turning heads, from crisp throws and smart reads to commanding presence in the huddle. He's performing far beyond what you'd expect from a first-year player. He hasn't just shown flashes, he's shown consistency. And in the NFL, consistency at quarterback is everything. What's becoming clear is that Sanders isn't just a talented rookie, he as a legitimate contender. While Flacco still holds the top spot on paper, that title may not last much longer if Shedeur continues on this trajectory. His ability to pick up the playbook, diagnose defenses, and deliver accurate passes under pressure is putting real heat on the veteran. During one of the recent joint practices, Shedeur completed several impressive throws against the first-team defense. One particular throw, a 25-yard strike between two defenders on a deep post, reportedly drew gasps from both sidelines. Joe Flacco, to his credit, hasn't backed down. The veteran is still performing at a solid level. This situation puts the Browns coaching staff in a delicate position. The coaches have stayed quiet, giving the typical "we'll evaluate everything" responses during media availability. But the tone has shifted. Flacco's been in the league long enough to know how these things go. Behind the scenes, teammates have started to gravitate toward Shedeur. That type of respect, especially from veterans, doesn't come as it has to be earned. For the Browns, this unexpected quarterback battle could reshape their short-term strategy. There's also the marketing side to consider. Shedeur Sanders brings buzz. Meanwhile, Joe Flacco's situation becomes more complicated. The big question now is how the Browns will manage this. Of course, everything depends on how the rest of camp plays out. What makes this story so compelling isn't just the rookie versus vet dynamic, it's the sense that something is shifting in Cleveland. As training camp continues and the preseason unfolds, all eyes will be on the quarterback room, whether or not he ultimately takes the starting role from Joe Flacco. One thing is certain, Shedeur Sanders is no ordinary rookie.